Welcome back to Moments Nigeria. Today we're talking about young and hungry, driven, hungry, motivated, hungry as well. Our next guest is 18, young and getting it. She has her own network and I'll let her tell us all about it. Welcome, Chelsea Manya. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I can't believe you're 18.
Yes, a lot of people say that.
I don't know what you don't look it, and also your achievements for an 18-year-old are phenomenal.
Thank you.
When did you get so serious with life?
Oh, well, I think I was 12 when I said I wanted to be a model, and my mom helped me organize a photo shoot. And ever since then, my parents are very supportive, so ever since then, I just had the opinion that, you know, it doesn't matter how young you are when you start. To me, I feel like you should even have a head start. So if you have an idea or a passion, definitely go for it. So I'm very motivated by creative people. I love their energy. I love being around them. So I decided to put all that excitement and energy into just starting something quite young. I was 17.
And why did you decide to start Esquire Network as opposed to, let's say, something else?
Okay, so basically I started blogging, fashion and lifestyle blogging when I was 16, and so many young girls and just people in general would ask me, oh, I want to start blogging, how do I do it, or I need links with a photographer or a videographer. And I also found out that I wanted to meet some people, so like young designers who are willing to collaborate, not necessarily, like, you know, pay for their services, but everyone is just starting, right? So I decided, okay, let's make somewhere where everyone is all there. So you can go on the website and you see content creators, makeup artists, photographers, models, actors, and it's a creative hub, and it's just great energy that I love.
So how's it been so far?
I thank God, to God be all the glory, because it has not been as challenging as many people would have thought, which I really want to get across. So people don't do things because they're scared. But my mom always said, you know, the best time to do something is still afraid. So the response has been quite good. People I haven't, in my age bracket, haven't seen anything like it. So they're really exciting. It's motivating them to get interested in makeup, for example, or get interested in photography.
So it's mainly targeted at people in the creative industry?
Yes, the creative industry.
And sorry, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Nigeria and in the UK.
Okay, do you think that the fact that you grew up in the UK, you know, basically had anything to do with why you decided to start something like this?
I don't think so, because even though I left quite young, I was still brought back quite often, so I was still made to
very Nigerian.
Yes, I'm still very Nigerian, as I'm so Nigerian. So I think I was influenced by my parents.
I was going to ask that actually. Do you think that having supportive parents, having parents who would say to you, I want to do this, go for it, I want to do that, go for it. Do you think that
helpful? Like, I can't tell you how grateful I am to God to have parents that support me the way they do. So like my mom, but there's always like rules. So I have to go to school, I still have to get my degree, and then I can do whatever I want. But for now, I'm having to balance the two, which isn't easy. It's not easy at all, but you have to do what you have to do.
So do you have a team that works with Esquire Network? Do you have
yes, we have people who are very young who are working with us. So marketing director and social media guys who are just great. And then we have an operations manager who helps to facilitate the events. And then we have about 20 writers who are writing articles on our website each week.
So all your contributors, are they getting paid?
Some of them are, and some of them are volunteering, or just, you know, we're working together. Eventually, they will be.
They will get paid. For those that are getting paid, how are you able to pay them?
Well, we have our networking events,
so
which people can pay to come to. For example, last year we had an open mic night, and a lot of poets and music artists were able to collaborate and network through there. And so they're paid in sort of segments according to how hard we're working, basically, so which is a motivation for them too.
Okay.
Interesting.
And what are you studying in?
I'm planning to study law at university.
You're not in uni yet?
No, I just finished my A-levels.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're going to university to study law. Are you planning to still have, you know, the Esquire Network up and running as you're doing law?
Yes, I hope to. I plan to do a law degree and go to law school, qualify as a barrister, and then use my legal training to run a business, because a lot of people, you know, it's like typical, you know, you have to go to school, be a lawyer, be a doctor, be an engineer. And I used to complain. I used to be like, seriously? But to be honest, I now understand that like a legal background for me, I feel being interesting and useful for running a business.
Absolutely.
I'm just
amazing.
blown
I
It's
know.
amazing.
It's
That you're
so
sitting
inspiring.
here talking
like
to
a
an 18-year-old. I'm
girl.
thinking, okay.
Thank you.
I think what's really exciting is because, I mean, a lot of teenagers, even people our age, pretty much spend their whole day on social media and not doing anything.
And some of
at
them
your
don't know
age,
what
and
they
you know,
want to
you have that gap where you aren't necessarily in school, and I just think it's amazing that you're
Do you
doing
have siblings?
this.
I do. I'm the oldest of 4.
So are they like you?
Yeah, my sister she's 16. She's into music, but she also wants to do law. So, and then I have younger brothers who are 9 and 14. And there's a lot of pressure on me to, you know, do the right things and everything, but I wouldn't change it.
So for you, what's the ultimate dream for you in life?
Ooh,
Let's pretend your parents are probably not watching, because, you know, were they the ones that suggested you study law, or is it something that you wanted to do?
well, my parents said I had to do a profession.
Of course.
Profession.
Which is good advice.
And law made sense to me.
Okay.
But ultimately, I would love to grow the network so large and have branches everywhere worldwide, have events in all countries, and let the directory be so rich and full of different types of creative people of different ages. And I hope that I can do that quickly, and social media has been
Very helpful.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's so
Very
helpful.
helpful.
It's so great.
It's very interesting talking to
It is.
you.
It's
Chelsea,
fantastic
I must
and very
say.
inspiring.
I mean,
Thank you.
I know
For our viewers, yes.
we're all inspired just listening
Thank
to you. You're not going anywhere. When we come back, Chelsea is still with us. We will be talking about her dreams and so much more.
In Nigeria, parents can be an obstacle sometimes because of the generation they've grown up in, but you have to be smart.
Welcome back to Moments Nigeria. Chelsea Manya is with us, the 18-year-old fireball. When we say fireball, she is unstoppable. Before we went on a break, Michelle asked a question about your hopes, dreams, aspiration, and that took me to that Beyonce's video. What is your aspiration? My aspiration in life. And you know, you seem to know where you're going. Not many 18-year-olds have it down to the T. Now, for those at home watching, what would be your advice to people your age?
Just do it. I think that nowadays so many people have ideas. There's so many ideas, but I feel like people put limitations on themselves and they give themselves a million reasons why they shouldn't do it, or school, or time, or people, or parents. I know in Nigeria, parents can be an obstacle sometimes. Because of the generation they've grown up in, but you have to be smart. So even if you want to do, I don't know, like a blog or this or that, you can drop it into conversation, but you don't have to put it in their face all the time. You don't have to be sending them the link of your latest blog post, you know? You have to be smart until you get to a point where, you know, they're more comfortable with the
warmed up
idea.
to the
How
idea.
did you get so confident?
Exactly.
Like, I'm just sitting here.
I think we're all looking at you and thinking,
And I'm just like-
what was I like at 18?
When you were growing up, what was your childhood like?
My childhood, I grew up in Abuja for my primary school, and I grew up with working parents, and I remember always going to my mom's office after work. She's a medical doctor, and so I always saw her around I saw her quite often. So even though she worked, I saw her juggle and balance everything. She's a wife, a mother of 4. She headed the department for 10 years, and she was doing this all. And she's a woman, so I think that was inspiring too. And my dad was around as well, and so we'd go for family holidays. We're quite a tight family, and yeah, it was fun.
Sounds like it was a happy
fun.
and fun childhood.
Did you do a lot of reading when you were young?
Reading, I'm not much of a reader, but I did read when I had to, and my sister is a reader though.
I just can't believe how
I know.
outspoken and so.
I mean,
Honestly,
when
I'm
you're
sitting here
going
in
into
awe.
university, you know, it's going to be a new world. It's going to be very, very different. What are you looking forward to the most?
I'm so excited. I've lived away from home since I was 11 because I went to boarding school. But I feel like this is going to be different. I don't know what. It's exciting. I'm over this last bit of my life because I was at my school for 7 years, and so I'm looking forward to meeting new people, new experiences.
Do you know
new
what uni
course.
you're going to?
University of Birmingham, by God's
Okay.
grace.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what would you say is your greatest motivation in life?
My greatest motivation, it sounds cliche, but I'd say it was God, because I believe I was sent on a mission to reach my generation. That's what I feel like my purpose is. And so when I do things and I have ideas, I keep going because I know there are loads of people who are looking up to me and I can't let them down. So I think that knowing that I have something I'm meant to be doing keeps me going. And so when it gets boring and I have to do emails and admin and it's really boring, I feel like, you know, I have a lot
something
to do.
Can I just ask, with the Esquire Network, do you also motivate other young people? Because I know you said, you know, you put contacts, so if somebody wants to find an agent
Yes,
or
yeah.
a creative director, etc. But do you maybe sometimes post a motivational post or something?
Yes, I mean, on our website we have the lifestyle section,
Okay.
and a lot of our writers do write motivational pieces. And myself, as a brand, Chelsea, I like to inspire people. So when I've paused my blog at the moment because of work, but before, when I'd post pictures or any blog post, I always have a scripture at the top, because that I feel like that's the first thing you're going to see. Even though you're not going to read it, it's there. If you wanted to read it, it's there.
So
Yeah.
you say you're a Christian?
Yes, I'm a Christian.
That's good.
awesome.
I think it's fantastic.
Thank you.
Chelsea, let's talk really quick. I have a question about friends. I know when I was growing up, I think, even though I'm not going to say my friends weren't bad influences, but I do feel like in many ways, the type of people that you surround yourself with can really distract you. And you're at an age where, you know, people around you are influential. What kind of friends do you surround yourself with?
To be perfectly honest, I don't have very many.
That's what I thought.
I honestly don't have very many, but the few friends that I do have, they are motivational. Then they
Are they doing the kind of things
encourage
that
me.
you're doing?
Some of them are, not all of them. Some of them are just like my cheerleaders, and they're the ones that if I'm having a bad day, they will know and just text me and be like, "Are you okay?" My mom is my best friend. My sister is my friend. So yeah.
Interesting, Chelsea.
Why do you think that Nigerians, because I mean we're in Nigeria and we're talking about people that are passionate, motivated and hungry, but hungry, you know, for better. Why do you think that so many Nigerians are that way?
I think we've got to a point where people are tired and they don't want to be waiting for the government, or they don't want to be relying on parents, and I feel like there's this revolution going on with some young people, which is inspiring everybody else. Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
It's been fantastic talking to you.
Thank you so much for having me.
And I'm sure loads of our viewers are very, very, very inspired.
Thank you.